Welcome to another episode. This is a short episode of Built for This podcast where I'm the host, Patrick King, aka the Soil King, is gonna go over a few things. I've had a lot of questions and people are asking me, where are you going? What are you doing? You know, I'm known, worldwide in cannabis. And cannabis isn't my complete focus and direction. It just isn't. And I think I need to explain what that means, what that entails, and why the passion is the passion. So, I am a firm believer there's no segregation in agriculture. And that's my mission statement, as well as changing the world one plant at a time with responsible farming practices. And with that, it says a lot. So I am one that refuses to segregate cannabis out of agriculture. I understand that cannabis is the smallest part. It's like way less than 1% of worldwide agriculture. I understand that. But it is definitely the most powerful part. And this is the reason why. Cannabis across agriculture was never allowed. It was this, devil's lettuce and all this stuff. But the plant medicine is plant medicine across all plants, by the way. There's medicinal value in a lot of different varietals across the world of plants. And cannabis, has been segregated into its own little box. And I just refuse to be in that box. It's not part of me. Cannabis has set the bar so high when it comes to clean, regenerative testing limits, just testing limits and alone on heavy metals, pesticides, GMOs. Now we're seeing all these heavy toxins across farmlands. And in cannabis for in most of the states that are coming on, but California, it's 0.2% parts per million for things like arsenic, right? So the four horsemen to me, which are in heavy metal side, there's so much to talk about on this, but the four horsemen are heavy metals are arsenic, cadmium, lead, and mercury. And those levels, for consumption and eating or inhaling, really have to be really low. And they set it super, super low in cannabis, almost too low at times. But if you flip the script on that, agriculture has been able, and across the board, has been able to go with limits that are super high, like in 10 parts per million and above, versus 0.2 parts in cannabis. So there's reasons behind that regular agriculture can't come up to the fact, because we grow dirty food, right? We have dirty farming practices. And as you can see, this movement and, the voyeurism that's coming out across real regenerative lifestyle and agriculture on both animal and food production, there's a different value of nutrient-dense foods across the board. And so for me, I am a warrior for Mother Nature. I'm a warrior for the choice, and educating the choice to the consumer, really what good, healthy food and food practices are, and it's not the movement we're seeing it's not the movement that we're seeing with a lot of plant-based meats and things that are coming out. Those are all processed. That's a fight that my warriorism and my team, all of you out there, are going to go up against. That's kind of the next battle. But for me to clean the board out right now of why I am, this show Built for This podcast. Everybody thought I would have, a bunch of cannabis influencers out here, and not that I won't, but we're going to talk about why Built for This really is why it's called Built for This. It's the struggle and the realism of being an entrepreneur, the 1%. And failure. Like, if you're an entrepreneur out there, you can understand this. If being a farmer and being an entrepreneur in any type of business, you learn off your failures. It's failures build character, failures build businesses. And that's what the heart of this podcast is all about. And with me being Soil King, I'm on a new level. I'm hitting new strides, new levels, doing new things, new people in different levels, because I cannot be smoking a doobie at the same time worldwide teaching a kid how to plant a seed and feed his table. It's inconducive. It's not working that way. So I need to really redevelop myself for who I am. And if I am really going to do what my passion is, I'm going to have to scale up and become, bigger on the agricultural side of this world. So, That's why the separation has been, but it's never really separated in me because, again, there's no segregation in agriculture, and I'm a warrior, and I'm here to stay, and I'm going to make a difference. And at the end of the day, my legacy is going to stand up when I'm no longer here, and I'm going to do something great. Thank you. Hit the subscribe button. Come join me in the fight. Follow us on Built for This Podcast, The Soil King, any wholesome regenerative movements out there, the clean, there's so much to talk about. Come on in, hit the subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.